Hello, boys and girls. Today we are going to go over our new vocabulary for the week and our book, Butterflies. This is called Butterflies. Now, it's important to note that for this book, it's called The Great Migration, so it's going to talk about migration. Migration being one of our vocabulary words. We're going to find out what that even means, okay? So don't worry, we'll get there. This book is by Laura Marsh, and it is a new nonfiction. Everyone say nonfiction informational text. Awesome. So we know that this book will be a nonfiction book. Okay, what I want you guys to do is first practice with me all our sight words. Our vocabulary words. We have new vocabulary words for the week. Okay, so first let's start with the word chrysalis. I want everyone to tell me how many sounds they hear in chrysalis. Ready? Here we go. Chrysalis. Good. 3. Chrysalis is an insect between larva and adult stage in a hardened case. So I want you guys to use both hands, okay, to resemble a hanging chrysalis. So both hands, and kind of hold it kind of like you're holding a case, right? A hard case, okay? Good. Hold it like this, a chrysalis, like a little circle, okay? It's in your hands nice and hard, okay? It's hard. Try to push it. You can't break it. Good. It's hard. Okay, so a chrysalis is the point where an insect is a larva to adult stage. Now, what is larva, teacher? What does that even mean? Well, larva is when the insect is a young insect, okay? And then it becomes an adult. An adult means a grown-up, right? A grown-up, an adult. So when the butterfly is a caterpillar, it is a small insect, right? And then it becomes a beautiful grown-up. Now, when they become grown-ups, they are called adults, and that is when they become a butterfly. Yes, so when an insect goes into a chrysalis, it means that it's a hardened case, okay? So it becomes like a hardened case, and then he is becoming from a young insect to a butterfly, okay? So that is what it's called, a chrysalis, okay? All right, the next word I want you guys to know is nectar. Everyone say nectar. Good. How many sounds? Nectar. 2. Good. 2 sounds. Nectar. Good. A sweet plant juice eaten by monarchs and other insects. Place your finger by your mouth and move it in and out like you're eating. Good. So it's a sweet plant. It's a sweet plant that they like to eat. So it is what butterflies eat. So it's very important to remember that because we're talking about butterflies, there are other animals that also eat it, but most especially butterflies love nectar. Okay, so everyone say heart. Good. Nectar. Everyone say nectar. Good. All right, the next word I want you guys to know is migration. Everyone say migration. How many sounds? Migration. Good. It's a big word. Migration. Now, migration is the moving from one region of a habitat to another. Wow. Where have we heard that word before? Good. Habitat. Remember, where it lives, right? Yes, we saw that in the with frogs. Good. They have different habitats, right? It's usually hot. Okay, so when we talk about migration for butterflies, and we'll learn all about what migration is and where they live, so we'll learn about it. But first, let's go ahead and review the vocabulary. Now, moving from one region to another. So I want you to look at both thumbs and create a butterfly and move it from one place to another. Ready? Here we go. One place to another place to another place to another place. Good. Okay, do it again. One place to another place to another place to another place. Good. That is called migration, boys and girls. It is moving from one region to another habitat. Okay, so they're looking for somewhere else to live. We're going to find out why in just a few minutes. Okay, the next word I want you guys to know is the word instinct. Everyone say instinct. Ah, good. Oh, hold on. I think I forgot one. I did. Okay, everyone say instinct. Good. Instinct. How many sounds? Instinct. Good. Behavior that animals are born knowing, okay? So, for example, instinct. I heard a noise. So how do I feel? I felt scared, right? Because I heard a noise and it was loud. So my first instinct is to look and say, what is that sound? Okay. Now, when I want you to think of instinct, I want you to open and close your eyes really fast, right? Okay, good. You know that you have to open your eyes so you can see, and you know you have to close your eyes when you go to sleep, right? Do you know that? Yes, we're born knowing that. Good. We know that because it's something that we're born with, okay? So behavior that animals or people are born knowing, okay? So just like we know that we have to open and close our eyes. Ready? Open and close your eyes. Good. All right. And I forgot this one, so let me go ahead and add this. This is what I meant. I forgot the last vocabulary word. Let me go ahead and add it. I just want to make sure that you guys can see it from down here. Might not, so I'm going to put it right there. Okay? All right. Everyone say generation. Generation. Let's hand it out. Ready? Generation. Good. 4 sounds. Awesome. So in generation, it's a big word. It means the time it takes for a living thing to grow up and reproduce. So a generation is the time it takes for a living thing to grow up and reproduce. That means to make more of. Okay? So when I hear the word generation, what do we see in this picture? Take a look. What do we see? Good. We see grandma. We see a mommy. And we see a grandbaby, okay? A little grandchild, all right? So I want you to use your hands to indicate someone little in your family, okay? And then your mommy, and then your grandma, okay? Ready? Someone little, so it could be like you guys, little, mommy, and grandma, okay? So generation, it starts with grandma all the way on the top, so let's start with grandma, mommy, and then me. Grandma, mommy, and then me. Okay, so a generation, it takes a long time, right, for something to grow up and make more of us, okay? So grandma starts here, then she made mommy, and then mommy makes you, okay? Awesome. So when I want you guys to think of generation, I want you to think of kind of like a timeline going down, right? So grandma first, grandma was born first, mommy, and then me. All right, awesome. So now that we have 4 new vocabulary words, all right, we have the first one, chrysalis. Everyone say chrysalis. Good. Nectar. Good. Instinct. Good. Migration. Good. Good. And last but not least, everyone say generation. Good. All right, boys and girls, we're going to go ahead and get started with our new book, Butterflies. Today, for today's lesson, you will also need capture this and capture that, which just looks like this. Let me go ahead and put it on the board so you guys are able to see it. Awesome possum. Right there. So it says capture this and capture that. It has a beautiful little butterfly on the top. All right. All right, here we go. And I will stand up so you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay? All right. Here we go. All right, so first we have the table of contents, of course. It is an informational book. All right. On the move. When animals travel from one region or habitat to another, it is called migration. Animals migrate in search of food or a mate. Migration helps animals survive on Earth. Many animals migrate. The monarch butterfly is one of them. So here we have the monarch butterfly. Who's ever seen that before? I've seen that too. All right, wing words. Migration. Moving from one region or habitat to another for food or a mate. Mate. Either a male or a female in a pair. Most animals need a mate to have babies. Kind of like a mommy and a daddy, right? A mate. Moving monarchs. What insect is black and orange and flies in the farthest of any on Earth? You guessed it, it's a monarch butterfly. Monarch butterflies migrate 2,000 to 3,000 miles. Wow. They travel to the forests of Mexico from the United States and Canada and back every year. Since butterflies are so small, a mile is much farther for them than for people. A butterfly's 2,800-mile trip is like a person's traveling 275,000 miles. That's like walking around the earth 11 times. Wow, that means the butterflies travel really far, boys and girls. Mighty big trip. Here we go. Two monarch populations. The western population migrates along the Pacific coast of the United States. The eastern population migrates east of the Rocky Mountains in the United States and Canada all the way back to Mexico. This book is about the eastern population. Sorry, boys and girls, if you guys can hear my noisy background. Okay, here we go. It is winter in the Oyamel forest of Mexico. Clusters of butterflies make the trees look orange. There are so many butterflies that could cover 11 football fields. Whoa! Here, the monarchs rest and wait for the spring. Weird but true, a butterfly's antenna and legs provide its sense of smell. Interesting. So you see how the tree looks like kind of orangey right here? Those are all the butterflies. Yeah, they landed on the tree, so it makes it look orange. Whoa, that's a lot of butterflies. Look at that, boys and girls. Okay, it is spring. Swarms of newly awakened monarchs cover the trees and fly through the air. Millions of monarchs are ready to leave Mexico. So they're ready to leave. Okay. Let's do this funny question. Why couldn't the butterfly come to the dance? Because it was a mothball. Funny. Need to lead. The female monarchs lead the butterflies north from Mexico. Their parents cannot guide them. They died soon after the eggs were laid. Oh. Do these butterflies know where to go? The monarchs know where to go by instinct. Sunlight signals them to migrate. Scientists believe that sunlight also helps guide them. So they follow the sunlight because they want to go somewhere warm, right? Wingward, instinct, behavior that animals are born knowing. So we did talk about that. It's their instinct. Their instinct is to follow the sun. Okay, so wherever they see sunlight, that's where they go because they know that. That's how they're born to do, okay? It takes the whole family. Each year, the monarchs migrate, take several generations. 3 or 4 generations complete the trip north, but only 1 generation makes the return trip south. That means that if you started the journey, your great-grandchildren would finish it. How does this work? So they're saying that it takes generations, right? Generations. That means it could take a long time too, right? Wingward, generation, time it takes for a living thing to grow up and reproduce. So here's all the butterflies, lots of generations. It takes a whole family. All right, here we go. The first 3 or 4 generations live 2 or 6 weeks as adult butterflies. During the spring, the first generation hatches in the south. They fly north as far as they can. Then they lay eggs and later die. The second generation continues the journey, lay egg, and die. The third and sometimes fourth generation hatch through the spring and summer. They finish the journey north. Weird but true, down here. Weird but true. Adults appear to have 4 legs, but they really have 6. Their 2 front legs are small. They are curled up and hard to see. Whoa, did you guys know But they have 6 legs? I didn't know that either. Uh-oh, I don't want to skip a page. Hold on, boys and girls. There we go. At the end of the summer, a special super generation hatches. These butterflies have 6 to 9 months, much longer than the generations before it. In the fall, when it gets colder in the north, the monarchs fly south. They fly all the way back to the Oyamel forest in Mexico. This takes about 2 months. It is long and dangerous journey. Dangerous? That means that it's not safe, right? For not all the butterflies. Danger! Let's find out why it's not safe. The predators. Migrating butterflies make a delicious snack for many predators. To keep enemies away, the monarchs have built-in protection. Built-in protection? Let's find out what that protection is. Predator, an animal that eats other animals. Toxin, a poison from a living thing. Okay. Milkweed has toxins in it. When the monarch caterpillars eat milkweed, it makes their skin poisonous. It even tastes bad. This keeps predators away. Milkweed, a flowering plant with milky juice. But some predators can withstand the toxins or feed on monarchs without eating their skin. Oh, like the spider, he eats the butterfly with or without poison. Okay, so what it's telling us here is that the butterflies take this milkweed, they drink the juice from it, right? And it's a flower plant with milk juice. And when they eat that, it's like a poison for other animals. So no one else wants to eat them because it's poisonous, right? And they taste nasty. So that's why they eat that, so that no one else wants to eat them. Okay? But even sometimes spiders can still eat them. What does this look like? We've studied this before. Cold temperature. Monarchs need warm temperature to fly. When the temperature gets too low, monarchs will die. So they die in the cold temperature. Butterflies don't like that. The wind and rain. Butterflies flock to the trees for shelter during high winds and rain. They cannot fly during bad weather. Okay, so they go to the trees when it's windy and there's a lot of rain. They can't fly. Okay, so that's why we don't see butterflies flying when it rains. Okay, how deadly? A rainstorm with low temperature killed as many as 250 million monarchs in Mexico in 2002. An estimated 80% of the butterflies died at one of the mountain sanctuaries. Oh no! So they really can't survive, okay? Let's do this riddle. What is the greasiest insect? A butterfly. Greasiest. All right, moving along to page. I don't want to skip a page. There we go. All right. Tiring travel. Did you know that migrating monarchs can fly up to 30 miles per hour? That's about 3 times faster than we can run. Monarchs usually fly 50 to 100 miles a day when they are migrating. But the furthest record monarch travel is 265 miles in one day. Woo! That's tiring just to think about it. That's a lot of miles. Monarch tracking. Scientists learn about monarchs by tracking them. Small tags are put on monarchs' wings. If a tagged butterfly is caught, the tag number, date, and place are entered into a website. Then scientists know how many miles the butterflies flew. They also know how long it took. You can help tag monarchs too. To find out how, go to www.monarchwatch.org. Ooh, that's a pretty interesting thing to do, boys and girls, if you guys are interested. I'll send that website to you so you and your mommy can do it together. So they put little tags on them so they find out how far they flew. It doesn't hurt, I promise. In the winter, monarchs rest from their long journey. They wake in the spring, lay their eggs, and die soon after. When the eggs hatch, a new first generation begins again. This generation will start the journey north. Okay. So when they lay their eggs, the mommies usually die. Okay? But it's okay because it's the next generation. From egg to butterfly. There are 4 stages in a butterfly's life. Number 1 is an egg. A mother butterfly places her egg on a milkweed leaf. Tiny butterfly egg is the size of a pinhead. This stage lasts 4 days. So the egg lasts 4 days. Okay, it's a short time. Hard-working mamas. A female carries up to 400 eggs. She flies from leaf to leaf. On each leaf, she places only 1 or 2 eggs. That's a lot of work. Wow, that is a lot of work. 400 baby caterpillars. That's a lot. That's a big, hard-working mom. Weird but true. A monarch caterpillar eats its eggshell before it starts eating milkweed. So see, it's born on the milkweed. So it already eats the milkweed so that the predators won't want to eat it. Smart mama, too. Number 2, a caterpillar. A tiny caterpillar hatches from the egg. It eats milkweed all day long. In 2 weeks, it grows from less than a quarter inch to 2 inches long. Wow, that's a fast-growing caterpillar, right? Yeah, it starts here, and then it grows into that. That's really, really fast. Yeah. Chrysalis. Oh, vocabulary word. A caterpillar sheds its skin, and a hard protective coating is formed. This is called a chrysalis. From outside, it appears that nothing is happening, but inside the caterpillar, it's transforming into a butterfly. This stage lasts about 10 days. So it's a chrysalis for 10 days. 10 days. Question, what does a cat sleep on? A caterpillar. Caterpillow. That's funny. Wing word, chrysalis. Okay. Ooh, here we go. After 10 to 12 days, the chrysalis becomes clear and cracks open. The butterfly comes out head first, and then its wings are small and crumpled. The monarch pulls liquid through the veins in its wings to enlarge them. The butterfly's veins stiffen. About 1 hour after it comes out of the chrysalis, the monarch is ready to fly. Okay, so it slowly but surely comes out. Butterfly. Step number 4. When the chrysalis opens, a butterfly is born. Okay, that's a beautiful looking butterfly. That's step number 4. Okay, munching monarch. When monarchs are in the caterpillar stage, they only eat milkweed plants, and they eat a lot. They eat a lot. Adult monarchs eat the sweet nectar from many different flowering plants, including milkweed. The nectar gives the butterflies energy to fly. So we talked about nectar. Remember, something sweet from the flower? Okay. They need it for energy, kind of like we need food. 10 cool things about monarchs. Okay. I'm going to skip this page only because I'm going to send you the book so you guys can read the 10 cool things about monarchs, okay? All right. Last but not least, at risk. Oh, this is very important, boys and girls. All right, here we go. Humans love monarchs, but they can harm them by accident. In the forest of Mexico, many trees where they live have been cut down. This is called deforestation. Everyone say deforestation. How many sounds? Deforestation. 5. deforestation. Monarchs need trees for protection against the wind and the rain. Deforestation is a big problem for monarch butterflies. Why is it a big problem? Good, they won't have anywhere to hide from the rain and the storm, which is what hurts them, right? Yeah. So, deforestation. You gotta stop cutting so many trees. Monarchs are also losing their milkweed. People use chemicals to stop it from growing. They see milkweed as a harmful weed. Oh no. Monarch butterflies can't live without milkweed or the forest of Mexico. Humans and monarchs need to learn to share the earth. Okay, they need to share the earth. Okay, weird but true. Caterpillars have 6 pairs of tiny eyes, but they don't see well. Wow. They have 6 eyes, but they can't really see well. What can you do? There are many ways to help monarchs. Tagging butterflies is one way. You can also plant a butterfly garden. This special garden gives monarchs a place to rest, feed, and lay eggs so that they can continue on their amazing journey. Wow. Can we plant milkweeds? Yeah, we can do it too. We can do that so that they can hatch their eggs in our garden. Okay? All right. To find more information about monarch butterflies, check the groups that can help. So there are 3 websites, and I'll definitely send those to you if you are interested. Just message me, and I'll send that to you both, okay? And here we have our vocabulary, our glossary in the very back. And it talks about a lot of the vocabulary that we've already talked about, and additional vocabulary as well, which I'll send to you, okay? All right. So I want you guys to think about the book today. And it was a very, very interesting book. You know, what I love about this book is that it helps us understand the life cycle of a butterfly, why it moves so much, and how amazing a butterfly really is. Because I didn't have any idea until now. So I want you guys to think about it, okay? And, oh, I dropped my paper. Sorry, boys and girls. I want you guys to think about and illustrate a butterfly, egg, and a caterpillar. Now, today we learned about the life of a caterpillar, and then it becomes a butterfly. Good. So I want you guys to think about what you learned today, and I want you to go ahead and illustrate that for me. So what should this look like? Well, let me go ahead and grab my marker. Okay. Illustrate a butterfly, egg, and a caterpillar. Okay, so when a butterfly egg, so we would draw like a little egg. Okay, and then I'm going to draw milkweed. Milkweed is a plant, right? We talked about how milkweed is a plant. So if we know that milkweed is a plant, I'm going to draw it in color, like a color green. So it looks kind of like a leaf, okay? And we know that it has to land on milkweed. Why does it have to land on the milkweed? Yes, because that's what baby caterpillars eat. Okay, and it kind of has like a green little bush like that, right? Awesome. So we know that this is where the butterfly lands to put her eggs on it, because they have to eat the milkweed. That is what baby eggs, when they hatch, they're going to eat. Okay, so here goes my butterfly egg. So I'm going to write the word egg on the box. Okay, next I'm going to draw a caterpillar. Caterpillar. So we know that a caterpillar eats milkweed. Okay, so I'm going to draw little legs. And I'm going to draw, oh, how many eyes did we say? Good. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 eggs. Okay. 6 eyes. All right. And then I'm going to draw his milkweed. Okay. Because I know he loves to eat milkweed. Okay. And for my caterpillar, it has like a little, it's usually pretty colorful, but it does have a little bit of black lines, right? So I'm going to go ahead and do a little black line. Okay. And it has green. Yeah, they can camouflage a little bit, right? Yeah. All right, so today I want you to go ahead and illustrate an egg and a caterpillar. And we will discuss the book when you guys are done with this activity because I thought it was a great book to go ahead and ask more questions about. So when you are done with this activity, you will join me on Hangout so we can talk more about the beautiful butterfly, the monarch butterflies, okay? All right, boys and girls, I'll see you on Hangout.